Hi everyone, and welcome to TimeLog's Power Session. I am joined today with my colleague Samine, and today's session is about the most important things that you need to know as a brand new time tracker in TimeLog. My name is Stine, and I'm a customer success manager within TimeLog, and I will do my very best in this power session to give you some pointers you perhaps did not know about. So today's session will take about 20 minutes, and you are welcome to use the chat function along the way with your questions, and I will follow up on those in the end. Also know that this session will be recorded and sent out afterwards. So let's get started. I'm just going to share my screen. And there we go. I hope you see it.
Yes.
Perfect. So as a new time tracker in TimeLog, it is important to know how TimeLog works. But the first thing I would like for you to do is to set up your personal settings. You find that under your name in the top right corner. So here's the settings when you log in. You have the option to choose your language. You have the option to also set up which page do you want to start up with when you log in. For an example, when I logged in, this was the front page I was returning to, but I can also change it if I want to be in the timesheet or if I want to do in reports. That is up to you. So the next time you log in, I will be logged in on the timesheet. You can also choose if you want different colors in the system. In this setup, I have chosen the rainbow, which means all colors, but I can also change it to if I want it to be red, purple, blue. So if I, for example, set it as blue, it will turn blue on all the pages. I have the time shown, and I also do have shortcuts to show. If I want a shortcut for the advanced search, I'll show that afterwards. On the front page settings, I also have the option to check mark if I want boxes to shown in here. Let's just do a test. When I save it, you'll see boxes appear here. This will be TimeLog messages if you want to know all about our newest features and if you have internal messages, and also the project management shortcuts opposite. You can also see that the colors changed. Now it's blue. So that's also the setup in here. Advanced search, this one up here, if you want to search for projects, employees, if you have access to it, I made the shortcut as F2. So when I click on F2, it will open search bar. So the main purpose for you is to track time. So let me show you how the time tracking works. Time tracking is always done on task level. In TimeLog, you create a project on a customer and you add tasks where the time registrations are to be tracked. Therefore, it is important for you as a new time tracker to already know which task, or at least the name of the task, are for you to register on. When you enter TimeLog, you access register time to go to the timesheet. In here, you might not, as a new time tracker at least, not be able to see anything. This is because no tasks are shown and no absence either. So the first tip I would like to show you is the view options. You find the view options on the right above the timesheet. As a default in my demo, it is set to be show favorites only. Depending on your setup in your company, this can vary. As a new time tracker, you do not have any favorites yet, as favorites are a personal setting, so only you can set your favorites. So clicking the drop-down menu, you have other options to show tasks in the timesheet. So for example, when I'm in this demo and you are in your company, you have the option to show all tasks, which means that you will be able to see tasks that are for you to register on. So when I click here, I'll be able to see all the tasks in the system I am allowed to register time on. This will also show me the absence codes I have right here. I also have the option to show tasks with hours. So when I register on tasks, I will only see those tasks who has hours registered on them. The project assignments means that I am allocated to different tasks, and those tasks will then show on my timesheet if I choose this view. So it actually brings me to my second tip, which is the favorites. So to mark favorites, you simply click on the star, so it turns pink, and the view for show favorites only will then show you all your favorites. So let's, for an example, say I want to have this task, and I also do some pay slips, and I know that often I want to see holiday and maybe illness in my absence code. So when I change the view to show favorites only, these will be my favorites, and you can see that it's marked with a pink star. So I suggest you put your most used tasks and absence codes as your favorite, so you can always find them. When a project is done, you simply click the star again, and the favorite mark is gone, and the task will no longer show in the view. To track time in the timesheet, you can easily find the task directly on the list. You insert your hours you worked, and it saves automatically. So let's say on Monday, I was having 1 hour of handling emails. I also did that on Wednesday. That was for 2 hours. You see it saves automatically. On Tuesday, I did 4 hours of this. And Thursday, I took a full day of vacation. So it saves automatically directly in the timesheet. Another way to track time is the fast track in the top left corner. This one here. This is a great feature in TimeLog, as I know many companies have a lot of tasks on their list, so it can be very tedious to scroll down the list to find the correct task. The fast track is great to narrow down the search and find the correct task. So as a new time tracker, you might not know what the task name is called yet, but you might know either the customer or maybe the project name. So be aware that most of you have the option to search differently in the fast track. So when you click on the burger menu, you will have the option to select to search in all tasks instead of my task. This means that by default, you search in your own task, which is the task you have been allocated to, but it's not general tasks. So it's not admin tasks or meetings for your company. So in this case, you need to select search in all tasks instead. In that way, you'll be able to search wide broader in the system. So for an example, today I know I have been in a meeting with my team, so I already know that this task is an internal project because the customer is us, but I do not know what the task name is called. So in my demo, I know that the customer is the setup here. It's called support. So that's the customer. Let me see if I have a project that can align with a team meeting. So let's see if it's down under the administration. It looks very similar to something called internal meeting. So that makes a lot of sense. I was having 3 hours today. I can choose to set up a comment here, and I can save it directly. You see that it saves on the task. It was not a favorite, so it doesn't show pink, but the 3 hours are now inserted. Same goes for absence registrations. You can search in the fast track or find them on your task list now that we made them as a favorite. To make sure you register on the correct tasks, please contact your manager, project manager, or administrator to know exactly what task you should track time on. When you have registered your hours, you will see the time in your timesheet. And another great tip I would like to share is that you also have a detailed timesheet view. This is found to the right on the tags right here. Here you will see all your registrations and comment if you have added those too. So this is a different view, but it's also compromised. So you can see the comments, you see how many hours, you see your favorites still, and the days here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so forth. So this is just a different view in here. When working in TimeLog, you might also come across creating a personal expense. Personal expenses are used if you, for an example, have bought, let's say, a new headset on your own personal credit card, and you should be reimbursed by the company. Then you create it as a personal expense. Let me show you how to create a personal expense. From the Register tab, you have the option to click New Personal Expense. Let's say, for an example, I bought a headset. So I know that it's an internal registration I want to create. So I know the customer is us, that is called support. It's in the administration, it's an IT equipment. So let's see if I have something like that. I have office supplies. I can select a supplier right here, or I can add a new one. I already created a headset company. I bought it today. Let's say it was 100. And I have paid it with my personal credit card. I can just write a comment. And I can choose to attach my receipt for this. So when I click here, I have the image of the receipt right here. This is my receipt. And then I can actually save it. Actually, the newest update is that you can also now attach PDF files as an attachment. So before the update, you only had the option to attach images. So this is a great new feature for you, and I hope you love it. You just click here and you can attach PDF files. So when the expense is saved, you will be directed to the Submit Print Personal Expense Report. This is also found under the Register tab. From here, you can edit or delete your expenses. And you can also have an overview of how much reimbursement you have outstanding. You can see and click the view of attachment directly on the expense as well. Remember that the personal expense function also is available in the mobile app, where you easily can register a new personal expense. You can take a picture of the receipt on the go or upload a PDF file directly from your device. I know that we have guides and videos on this as well on our YouTube channel, so I will not show you the flow on the mobile device today. Let's go back to the timesheet. When you have gotten to learn the timesheet well enough, I want to give you another pointer, and that is to set up your own page settings. This is found under the wheels on the timesheet page in the top right corner. So in here, I have my page settings, and I'll be able to set up my own view and my own setup for this page I'm on, which is the timesheet. So I can actually choose if I want a different default view. If I want to go directly to the detailed timesheet instead of the timesheet, I can also select what kind of period I want to see. This is as a default set to this week. I can also select my views. These were the views we've gone through before. I would select to go and show my favorites. I can set up my preferences as well to automatically mark it as a favorite, show comments, and collapse the weekend. All these are done with a check mark, so you can just go through it, test out, see what works for you. The same goes as the fast track search. As a default, I would always want to search in my task, but if you want to just select otherwise, you just click the button right here, and it will be search in all tasks as a default on your page. Remember that these are personal settings, so this is only done for your timesheet when you log in. Same as the assortment here, and if you want to show the week numbers and the customer setup as well. I also have different layouts if I want to select another layout. So that was the page setting. So be aware that we also have a lot of help in the system already. So when you are on a page in the system, you can easily click the live point and it will guide you to our help center for help on that specific page you are on. In this case, I'm on the timesheet page. I have the live point here. So when I click it, it will direct me to our help center and show us our guide in here. I see that my internet is just not working properly. Oh, there it was. So the help center here will show you our guide for the timesheet, and I can easily just search on anything else. I'm already in the help center. So you can also find help in our down right corner and use our step-by-step guides to show you around in TimeLog. That is under here. So let's say I want to be navigated in the timesheet. I actually have a step-by-step guide to this here. When I click it, I'll have a step-by-step guide where I can read, click next, and I'll be shown and I can read about all the setup and the functions in the timesheet. You can also mark the page as a favorite, and no matter where you are in TimeLog, you can find the page on the heart to the left and go to that page. So for an example, I want to select this page as a favorite. Now it's marked, you can see it's pink. And whenever I'm in another module or in any other page, I'll always be able to find my personal favorites over here. Also know that you can register your time directly in here in the web browser, but we also do have both a mobile app and a desktop app as well. So you find the download options under the register tab here and go to time tracking apps. And you can download the desktop app and you'll find the mobile device as well for both Google Play and in App Store. Both devices are synchronized immediately, so the tracking done on these devices will show in the web browser right away. This saves both time and makes time tracking available on the go. So that is what I wanted to show you today. Samina, can you help me check if there's any questions?
Thank you so much, Stine. It was really well explained. Right now, we don't have any questions from the viewers, but I think we should just give them a little time to think about it.
Of course. Let's just wait to see if there is any questions. Feel free to just put them in the chat.
Okie dokie. So I don't think we are getting any questions, and it's time for us to round it up, Stine.
That's quite okay. If you do have any questions afterwards, you just send it into support and we will follow up on those from email. So thank you for joining this week's Power Session. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please help us get a lot better. So when you log out of this webinar, you will get the option to fill out a small survey to give us ideas for the next Power Session subjects. So please use the 2 minutes it takes, and we really appreciate that. Please stay safe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.